Good morning, everyone. Mark and Joey here on a Saturday morning. First of all, beautiful day here. You're going to get some golf in today. There is some golf today with the Canadian Open. We're going to talk about that. But this is the NBA show, and we are super pumped this morning. Raptors win, go up 3-1 last night. And there's a stat on TV after last night's game, 33-1. We had a 3-1 lead in the championship final. The only one to break that, of course, would be LeBron. Maybe the greatest player of all time. So we're pretty pumped coming into Game 5, and our fans are insane. I don't think in the whole world of sports I've ever seen anything like this. Again, I think they were up over 40 Jurassic Park locations across the country. It is one of the things, of course, that's great about us is that our whole country is cheering for our team, not just the city, which allows us to have these massive amounts. I think the number was up over 300,000 people last night, outdoors, watching on big screens, cheering together, spending time together, and the Raptors pulled through after a tough start. Joe, it was really a great comeback yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. We got down early, but came back and played strong and got the win. Really the series is over. I don't see anything changing for Golden State as far as health-wise goes, as far as Durant. If anything, Klay Thompson got more banged up as the night went on last night.
But he was also amazing.
He was really good, but they're just we're outmanning them right now, which is great to see. We have too many guys playing good, which is awesome, and that's why you build a team around depth and you don't have three superstars because when they start going down, you don't have much around you, and that's what Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are feeling. The Raptors have just played amazing, phenomenal, overplayed Golden State. I mean, on defensive end, Toronto was amazing in the second half. The offense was awesome, it was clicking.
And they shut Curry down.
Curry,
completely.
Yeah. Actually, he had some open shots. He just was bad last night. Toronto made everything they had to make. They were able to rotate and bench players,
not in the
give
first
the top
half.
players rest. Yeah, but the first half, that's what kept them in the game.
That was like two terrible teams
They barely
playing.
could score, and they were going down by 4.
Yeah.
Which is why you have to have a guy like Kawhi, because what people don't understand is that, sometimes the offense looks good without him, but he was able to single-handedly get that game within reach before halftime.
I think he scored 75% of the points the first half. It was insane.
Well, and we were down by 14. He went on a 7-0 run or 12-0 run just himself. So that's what great players do. Like at moments, you have to take it over, and he's the only one who can go really one-on-one and just score points himself. And that's what we needed at times. And then in the second half, everyone contributed on both ends of the floor, and we end up with a victory. It's legitimately like 100% should be a title for us, and we're real excited about it.
Yeah, no doubt. And, Klay Thompson, give that guy credit. He was sinking everything in the first part of the game. I actually was at one point saying, yeah, he is that important. Like, when he went out, I thought he's not as important as Kevin Durant, but that guy can shoot buckets. It's unbelievable, even being injured. But he did have that slip, and it retweaked it like immediately, which was hard on the Warriors for sure.
And he still played well the rest of the game. I don't even know if I would have sat him, though. I didn't like when Steve Kerr sat him for a little while. Steph Curry looked out of gas. They played him the whole second half, which normally I'm a fan of, but he played a lot of the first half, too, and he just looked gassed by the end of it, and I thought Steve Kerr didn't do what Nick Nurse has stuck by this whole time, which is giving your players rest, and I guess, it was due for Steph Curry to get a break. They're going to get a couple of days off. I wouldn't put Game 5 as a lock in our system, but definitely Game 6, I think, is a guarantee. And, what a moment it's going to be for Toronto fans. But for now, let's focus. We do have a 3-1 lead. Don't get too happy yet. We got to still win one of these games.
They're still the world champions.
The world champions, they're going to get healthy. This is what Golden State thought when they went up 3-1 against LeBron. So, be patient and just play your game. But I feel like with Leonard, Lowry played great with Ibaka. I just feel like we had too many weapons for them to just take out our top guy and slow us down.
You're right. Leonard, who looked out of whack in Game 4, was so great last night. And Curry
last night was Game 4.
Game 4. So Game 3, he looked so out of whack. Game 4, he came back and everything was working for him. Everything was clicking. And Curry was the opposite. So it just proves we're all human, right?
I think Leonard made his own shots last night, which was key. He played the double team well when he got double teamed, but when it was one-on-one, he posted up, he made shots. He made 3-pointers, he made 2-pointers, he drove the net, he did everything you had to do when you got one-on-one coverage, and he just continued to prove why he's the top 2 player in the game right now. People would only put him behind Durant, and I might even say if you count both ends of the floor, how do you not put him ahead of Durant?
Right.
But he is that good. Like, that's who he's supposed to be, and he showed it last night. I said he's better than Steph Curry because Steph Curry is a shooter. If he has an off night, his game looks really bad. Leonard's just looked good on all ends of the floor, and he showed it last night. But even if you took Leonard out, the rest of our team is just playing so well.
Oh my God.
It's impossible to slow us down right now. So I don't know where Golden State's going to get the help. Like I said, though, you still got to be on your toes if you're Toronto.
Well, I think so. And what was amazing, as you say, is that we were so horrible first half. I'm thinking this game's over. It was, 12 points at one point of that first half. And we were, like, unbelievable. I think 33%. And I think we were 3 for 15 or 16 on the three-point line. So it was looking really, really bad. Almost like the Raptors were completely nervous about getting this game. And then all of a sudden they started to move towards halftime. It reminded me of game 2. Like, we started to move close. We were 4 back at the half, and then we blew them out to start the fourth, and that made all the difference. So, really
we
fantastic.
did what Golden State did to us in game 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Third quarter, like you said.
Off a good finish to the half. Like,
yeah.
I liken that to New England and Tom Brady. They always talk about end the first half good, start the second half good, and he's so proficient at that, of scoring on both of those, and that's what the Raptors did. Scored towards the end of the half, even though it was a horrible half, and then start off fast on the second half.
And only be down by 4 the way you're shooting, you knew that was coming. So it was a great win overall. Honestly, Toronto's made a lot of these games look quite pedestrian and quite easy.
Certainly this one late, yeah.
Game 1 looked pretty easy. Game 3 was obviously easy. And last night, by the time the fourth quarter got going, I didn't really feel like I wasn't really worried about Golden State at all. So Toronto's just looking like the NBA champs, and it's great to see for us Toronto fans. And like you said, they're showing up everywhere, so hopefully we can get that title.
Well, and it's great to have some veterans, although I think we're second or third youngest team in the league, like a Marc Gasol, who was so horrible in the last game. He made a couple of really big 3 buckets,
well,
3-point
I think
buckets.
by the time we made all our trades, I don't know for the third youngest.
Yeah, maybe not, yeah.
But we have we're the first team in NBA history to be in the NBA Finals without a top 14 pick on our roster. So we've done it all through trades and free agency, and by that, just because you got to your first championship doesn't mean you don't have experience, and we do. And Ibaka and Gasol and Leonard, and even Lowry, really, if you want to talk about every year he's been through the ringer. So, it's been great, and really it looks like it should be over. If you're a Toronto fan, you should be happy, but show up game 5. Toronto knows what they got to do. Kawhi Leonard's keeping them even keel. He's keeping them focused on the moment. And, hopefully we can get this W and close out this series in 5 games, which I think would be quite historic against the 2-time NBA champs.
For sure. And what is with Danny Green? This guy's either the coldest cold or the hottest hot. I don't know it's because he only shoots three-pointers, but he was brutal.
Well, he was good in the second half, though.
At the beginning, 9 shots? He missed a row?
Everyone was bad, though. The ball looked bad.
It looked
they couldn't
weird.
dribble it.
Yeah.
But he played good in the second half, and it's what he does. He's another guy with tons of playoff experience, including NBA Finals experience. He already has a title, so another guy just adds to that. He was great on defense against Klay Thompson second half. I believe that's what slowed Klay down.
Yeah.
And Van Fleet on Curry was what slowed Curry down, and Van Fleet got injured there at the end. He should be fine.
Wow, that was looked dangerous.
Yeah, but then Day was just stitches, so got lucky there and should be fine, and he'll be back in game 5, and he's playing great too. It's just an all-around effort, and when you want to win championships against a team with juggernauts like Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green, and it could have been Kevin Durant, you have to have a full roster going at all times. You have to have high energy at all times, and they're bringing it. So game 5 on Monday, real excited for that.
Well, and look at the bench. Ibaka was amazing last night. Like, that guy played like an all-star. And, the Raptors have so many players that can fit roles in any night that they need that kind of play. And he was enormous. It was it the third game or second game where he had the 6 or 7 blocks?
Third game.
And he was phenomenal last night. This guy is a great player.
Yeah, I mean, he is an all-star, so,
yeah.
I mean, it's not a surprise. He's been there before. He's a defensive player, well, not a defensive player of the year, but all-NBA defensive team because he is a blocker. It's young Serge Ibaka coming out right now, and probably coming off the bench is the reason why. And, they're just bigger than Golden State at the end of the day. That's why one time Nick Nurse went to 2 bigs. He had Gasol and Ibaka out there,
right.
I think, to slow down the rebounds of Golden State. So, we're bigger, we're stronger right now, we're faster, and if they don't hit threes, Golden State really has no chance, and they have not done that on a consistent basis throughout these games. So Toronto's going to be feeling pretty good.
However, one improvement we have to see is rebounding in our own end. We were horrible doing that again, and this has been a theme through every game.
It was better in the second half, but that's what happens.
Everything was, yeah.
That's what happens, though, when teams take three-pointers, is that rebounds are long and they're hard to come up with. And give Golden State credit. They were coming out with them early, but they didn't capitalize on them either. So at the end of the day, the defense was good enough to get it done. And you could obviously rebound it better, but I'm not too concerned because, you got to guard the 3-pointers, and then these rebounds on 3-pointers are
bounce
all over the place. So
yeah, that's true.
It's really tough. I mean, we did good on the offensive glass. Ibaka did enough on the defensive glass. And then today, you held Golden State again to under 110 points, and every time you do that, you're going to win a game.
It's been enormous what they've done on the defensive side. So anyway, next game, when are we looking?
Next game's Monday.
Monday night,
so
that's
we'll come
right.
back to you with any updates. I don't think Kevin Durant's going to practice. The first report is he practiced last night or this morning, and it doesn't look good. So we'll see going forward, but I think we'll update you about game 5 on Monday. But I don't think there's much changes, and I think I might have to give Golden State the edge in it, only because I feel like a desperate Golden State's a little scary. But we'll see at that. And in Toronto, Drake will be there, and the crowd will show up.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way they lose at home. This would be the most amazing thing to close this out at home. The insanity would be out of control across the country. So I think the Raptors going home, going home, and we'll take game 5, go win it 4-1,
Wow.
and away we go.
That'd be something.
It would, sir. So we'll be back Monday morning, Monday morning, and update the finals for you then.